These are the Mizuno Pro 221 irons. I'm Tom Denby and you're watching Clubhouse Golf. So the Mizuno Pro 221 irons, make no mistake, these are a player's iron. They are really small, very butter knifey, but they look fantastic. They've really nailed down how they look and what they do, and they're very typically Mizuno. So what makes a Mizuno forged iron a Mizuno forged iron? So they get one piece of 1020 soft steel, they mill that and basically have a grain flow forge process that does each individual line in their factory in Japan, in Hiroshima. So they really go to town on the devil in the detail of exactly what they want to do in this sort of iron. And how they've improved this is they've made it basically slightly thicker in the muscle back, so they're taking a little bit of weight out of the heel, put it a little bit more where a player would want it to have a bit more of a bit more oomph behind the ball there. They've got a toe proven sole as well, so they've narrowed this sole down a little bit, beveled it out a little bit more as well, which has been feedback from their tour players, and really made it a much cleaner, classic looking head. And one thing I really like about these, they brought back the old Mizuno Pro writing on the bottom here, and I really like that little touch. And then when you look at them as a whole, so they've got a combination of a satin finish and the shiny steel finish, which I really like. Put it behind the ball, it doesn't glare off the face, but it just looks fantastic. And the fact that they've managed to optimize the graduated taper blade, which basically provides a more penetrating ball flight in the lower irons, they've nailed exactly what they're going to do for it. So I'm going to hit the 4-iron first, which I'll be honest, I'm not that excited about because it's quite small for me, but let's give it a hit and see how it feels, and then we'll go down and hit the 7-iron, we'll hit the wedge as well, and just give you a better understanding of how they feel. But they look fantastic. So first impressions when I put it behind the ball, it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. It's a typical blade in terms of very minimal offset, really thin top line. It just looks fantastic. And one thing to note, the components they've got here, so stock shaft as standard is the Project X LS steel shaft. You've then got the Golf Pride Z grip on there. So they've really kind of nailed down the component side of it. Obviously other shafts are available at this person's level that's looking at this sort of iron, and obviously you're going to have your own shaft for you, but the stock shafts are great. So we look at it behind the ball, it looks great. Let's see how it feels. Oh wow, that came off it great. I've middled that as well, and that kind of, that more muscle back in the back there, you could definitely feel that there was a bit more oomph in that, and it felt really good. So let's go down and hit a 7-iron as well and just kind of go through those lower irons and see how they feel. But 4-iron was brilliant. Okay, so we're going to look at the 7-iron now. So I've hit the 4-iron, ripped it off the tee, loved it, felt great. That you could definitely tell that enhanced muscle back there really gave a bit more performance. Let's see how it feels with the 7-iron here. So again, it looks fantastic behind the ball, such a clean look. Very minimal in that offset. Oh yeah, feels exactly the same. Really soft, real buttery feel to it. Really nice strike, and you can tell that kind of lower sole plate's definitely designed at your better player. Really nice. Let's go down and hit the wedge. So in the 221s, they've got a real good uniformity through the set here in terms of how they look. So I've got the wedge. We've already hit the 4 and the 7-iron there. Absolutely love them. They look fantastic, and this wedge is no different. It's got such a clean players looking behind the ball, and I can't iterate enough just how much of a players club these are, and the appeal to the eye. So let's see how this wedge feels into the green here. Oh yeah, really soft. That's really buttery, standard Mizuno feel. Really nice. So to summarize, these are a great set. They've really kind of had some slight improvements across the board in terms of what they've done with the blade. It's a very typical players club, very clean, classic, very thin top line. Really good.